Hello, I'm Sydney Bosworth. The University of Colorado recently did a study on women and their body shape. 30% of women chose an ideal body shape that was 20% underweight. 44% of women chose a body shape that was 10% underweight. This is just one out of many shocking eating disorder statistics. Myself, I have a personal history with eating disorders. I was anorexic when I was younger and bulimic in my adult life. I've been struggling with, my bulimia and everything to this day, but I am happy to say that I am recovered and still working on my recovery. But I know how much an eating disorder can affect a young girl. Today, I want to persuade you to help teach young girls to love themselves and to develop healthy habits before unhealthy habits like the one I developed happens. Eating disorders are very common among young girls. It is a growing epidemic. Eating disorders is a mental illness that in today's society is swept under the rug. Being a woman, I understand how eating disorders are so easy to come by. When I was in 7th grade, here's the picture, I am 5'5", and I went down to a mere 75 pounds. I was eating an apple a day, working out a lot in cheerleading, and I thought that that's what I had to do to be skinny. In some ways, having an eating disorder can be overlooked. People thought that I was just a normal girl, a skinny girl, but in fact I had an eating disorder, so it was really easy to hide. Anorexia is actually the third most common mental illness, and eating disorders have the highest mortality rate of any mental illness. And as you can tell, it's kind of an emotional thing for me to talk about, but I think that's why women today and young girls need to learn more about this disease to prevent it. Eating disorders are not glamorous like the media portrays. When I was younger, I would flip through magazines and I would see skinny images like this. Skinny images that I thought that I should look like. And I would risk my health and develop unhealthy eating habits to get to that image. Eating disorders are complex conditions that arise from a combination of long-standing behavior, biological, emotional, psychological, interpersonal, and social factors. Psychological eating disorders are caused by low self-esteem, feelings of inadequacy, and usually social problems or at-home problems. Interpersonal also has to deal with the psychological part of eating disorders. Usually people who develop eating disorders have some type of troubled family, fears, anxiety. Again, that's what makes it a mental illness. Now finally, the social factors, which are the cultural factors in today's society that tells us as women to be super thin and even at the cost of our own health. And that is kind of the message with little girls are turning into what becomes an eating disorder. Young girls are not given the knowledge or the help that they need to conquer an eating disorder. In today's society, in schools and everything, like I said, eating disorders are being swept under the rugs. There are no institutes that you can go to in a society, in a school, to help better your eating disorder. Even though there's no direct cause for eating disorders, there are solutions in preventing or better treating the disease. It is important for schools and family to promote awareness and be there for people that have this disease. If you have a friend or family member that you see has lost a dramatic amount of weight, you should bring it up on to attention and really approach them about, do they have a problem with food? It is estimated that 8 million Americans have, in fact, an eating disorder. So my solution to all this is that there should be more affordable clinics to treat this disease. Going to a rehab facility, you will spend up to $100,000 to treat an eating disorder. I think eating disorders need to be more affordable. There needs to be more awareness in schools because, to be honest, eating disorders come from a child, a young girl that is influenced by society, by the world around her, that thinks that she wants control over this one part of her life, and that's what she eats. And young girls are the ones that need to be told every day that, it's not what you look like, it's the person you are inside. So I think it's really important to have either group discussions in schools or even, awareness plans, just like drug and alcohol awareness. They should have eating disorder awareness. And I think that with that, really affordable facilities would all incorporate into solving this problem. Anorexia and bulimia is still a problem today, and I think it's up to us to take the initiative to solve it.